Maybe the brief black screen isn't such a bad thing, because last time I got cut off at the start of the previous video, but it's no big deal. I just mentioned, it was a short thing where I said there's something I forgot to comment on that happened in the last part, and then I talked about the Aloe guys not getting killed by Vernal. So like I said, I got the sense of direction. That's the mini-map in the bottom corner there. It costs 1 memory point. I didn't care for the dash attack, so I unequipped that so I could equip this. And I also found the map. I barely did any wandering. I went into the building here and I went to the left. The map was right here. So I feel kind of dumb about that. I don't know what I was probably yammering about something or other, and I forgot to go this way. Can't do anything with any of this. I think that's another point of interest I should keep in mind. But yeah, looking at the map, I did actually go to each location, and recalling the details of these places, I don't actually think I missed anything. Maybe there's like one. I do think there's a false wall somewhere, but I can't remember. So later when I know for a fact that I'm missing something here, I'm doubting the false wall thing at this point, actually. But once I actually have the totals for each area, then I can worry about debris field again. So again, for the time being, no. I pushed the wrong button. I think I can go to Shaded Cavern now, since I can smash through the arbitrarily only stompable wooden boards. Seems like a good idea. I have no real specific points to make this time. No notes, so I hope I'm not too boring. I think there was some mini game here, I'm gonna say. Or so I remember. Yeah, I think the sense of direction would actually show a little bit of a passage if there was a false wall, so I'm gonna hope that's true. I'll still check, because if I get proven wrong, I obviously want to know. Time bombs are very impressive in terms of damage. I was not expecting that guy to die there. Ah, there wasn't a second wave. So obviously you gotta go to the... Okay, never mind that. I guess they're not visible here. Now what was I... Maybe on the main map? I don't know. I guess I was wrong about the sense of direction. I tend to second guess myself a lot. Although it might help me navigate a little bit. I do remember the shapes of areas. And it's a slightly zoomed out view. Oh, I remember this screen. The screen was actually kind of fun. Is there anything down here? Right. I think this is a new side activity. For once, the size and emptiness of this place actually serves a purpose, unlike, say, parts of Debris Field that just feel like they're too big. Shouldn't have bet on that pulse attack. Oh, I did think of something, actually. While I was looking around, I was thinking about why this game has charge attacks exactly, why it can't do other inputs, directional inputs like a fighting game, right? For different moves, and it's because pulse attacks have taken up the only means of lock-on, so I guess directional attacks with more complex inputs would have to be based on the direction Vernal's facing, but she turns around when you move, so yeah, I can see how they probably screwed themselves over in that way. Maybe the pulse projectile should just be a means of locking on in general, and then pulse attacks. Actually, it's not that simple, because being locked on is what determines that your directional inputs will do pulse attacks. Although maybe just more complex inputs. I know some people don't like fighting game inputs, but I understand the purpose. And I respect what they add to an action game. Primarily, it's that you could have a ton of moves in a character's kit without requiring like 12 different inputs to do each move, which, even if you think that's more intuitive, it's not. It's a matter of preference. Like, you might prefer to memorize 12 buttons. I prefer to memorize a bunch of directional inputs with 2 buttons. Not to mention, if you're playing on controller, the less buttons the better. Oh, these guys have one poise. Okay then. And for some reason, the red guys slide forward during their attack, which I'm not a fan of. They just cover more ground for no particular good reason. And yeah, these are kind of palette swaps of the other enemy. I think the last hit of that pulse attack missed because of the invincibility enemies get when they get back up. But I think if this was generally a means of locking on, and then there were just... like, the inputs don't have to be that complex. Like, back to forward could be a thing. To be honest, Devil May Cry, The Wonderful 101, and Bayonetta don't have very complex motion inputs, but they still get way more mileage out of their buttons. that way. Okay, so if I remember correctly... Yeah. Why am I failing to stomp? You have to hit all of these targets before a timer expires. I guess I can go up here first since I'm close to it. Maybe I should have just gone up in the first place, actually, yeah. I think dropping down was not the best. Probably not gonna make it the first time. Alright. Yeah, I think this route is pretty bad. But I won't stop. Haven't quite failed yet. Although I'm really close to failing. I think I barely made it. Annoyingly, the prize appears back at the lever. I don't know why. I think they could just give it to you, but fine. I'll head back up there. There will be more of those, and I think they're actually quite fun to do. I think that's one way I differ from... Oh, was that all? I don't have the map still, so, or does this place not have a map because it's too simple? I could have sworn there was something other than that. Oh well, I'll worry about it later, like a lot of things. Oh, now you have something to say, Churro. Alright, it's behind me, of course. There. I hope you don't mind me admiring your sword skills. It's interesting to see technique up close. Huh, alright. I didn't think scientists cared about this kind of stuff. I did have my hobbies. I vaguely recall taking part in competitions in my youth. Really? What you play? Your father and I played competitive tennis, if you can believe. Whatever that is, it sounds lame. There is at least a consistent characteristic that Vernal doesn't know much about a lot of things. I think I maybe want to save the Tower of Battle, and I think it's going to be quite intense, so... The Fallen Tower, perhaps. That's what it was called, right? Yep. Oh my, this tower must have been destroyed when the islands first rose. Looks abandoned too. Makes sense. It appears that you may need to climb the exterior to get inside. I'll figure it out. Oh yeah, one of these is here. I think there was an achievement for killing a bunch of training dummies. Or maybe they all have the same name as the first one that I did kill. That's a pretty easy way of doing it. Because knocking them into a pit instantly kills them regardless of their life. So if you want to get that achievement, I guess I might do like a list of all the achievements and how to get them. I have made a habit of doing that with other games. Though my philosophy in achievements has changed. Yeah, that looked suspicious. Pulse control. Makes the pulse projectile spin in place or spin around you for a small pulse cost. This was kind of neat, but... in place is just pressing it again. And then pressing it a third time makes it spin around you, I suppose. It's something. I'll try to use it, but I'm not sure it's that big of a deal. Oh yeah, this is here. I don't remember why, but it is there. I kind of appreciate that there's no music in some parts of the game, though maybe this place is not the best example. It's not exactly creating much of an atmosphere, and this is a very unimportant area. Yeah, there was something down there. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of with the sense of direction. You can see there's something below. Although I don't know if I'm supposed to access it from this side. I think I kind of remember what it was. Anyway, I think there's a fight here. Yep. Yeah, the healers have a crap ton of poise, and they're healing each other. I think breaking the poise of a healer makes them change their heal target. So I'm gonna ignore one healer and wail on the other. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, you can just kind of spam the bomb and win. For sure. Why did she dart out of the way like that? I keep forgetting they have that for some reason. I guess you do have to actually hit enemies with your sword to build pulse, so that's what the combo's for. The reason it annoys me that completing your combo doesn't do anything on the ground other than damage and pulse buildup is because the whole point of finishing a combo is to reward you in an action game. And if the last hit of a combo is ineffectual, what's the point? Maybe I'm better off doing something like this to build pulse faster. Now finishing this in the air is worth it just because it deals poise damage. Although it's kind of lame, I think it would be wise to go back and save. Because if I die and... Again, I accidentally... There are one or two more fights in this place, and I remember them being pretty tough. If I die, I don't want to have to do that fight again. Safety save, I guess you can say. Okay, should I try to go under here? Can I go even? No, that's... It looks like there's more stuff down there, but there isn't. Strange. Oh yeah, there are boards there, so I think you can get launched horizontally, but was it from the other side? And this launcher is here to catch you. Maybe it's a shortcut. But I do remember launchers blasting you through boards that you can't otherwise reach the other side of. I'll do this fight. Yeah, I was trying to knock one into the other so that they both get blown up by that. Okay, that was nothing. Yeah, that was probably an anti-piece wave. I thought I was high enough. Guess not. Wow, that attack is a pain. Man, even doing that from a distance is a liability. I just wanted to heal, and I was thinking, well, he's not in the middle of an action. I'm miles away from him, so why wouldn't I try? Some problem with the distance closing pulse attack. Oh, that was it. I think these guys did kill me a lot the first time. Maybe that's what it was. Oh. I guess you can avoid the fights? That's a little strange. Ah, yeah, there was another. Maybe I could try looking for... No, maybe you have to reach the end of the area to launch yourself backwards. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of coming back to me now. Do I go back and save? At this point it's kind of lame and boring. I will try my best. Three, okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, the limitation of meters and stuff like pulse is kind of annoying just because it makes your abilities unavailable. It's almost incompatible with combo play, because it just constantly locks you out of large chunks of your moveset. Come here. Okay. That was close. I should just throw bombs. These guys are too much of a pain to bother. Nice. See, isn't that so much easier than actually having to deal with the enemies? Damn it, you just got up. I think I might have died to this fight a lot now that I'm thinking about it. 5. Yeah. Okay. Good to know I'm better than before. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of those guys. I think I'm right that they can't do their buff while they're already buffed. So immediately after they do it is your chance to break their poise. But man. Ah. I should really go and get that, but now I'm stuck on this. Yeah, I knew it was there for that reason. I'll get the memory point. Might as well. Crap. Anyway, did I forget to finish a thought, or... did I say my piece already? Oh yeah, these guys are still here. At least that's kind of funny. Well, I did actually have to use that to smash through the... yeah. So you have to double back. But I think that's basically everything. Maybe I missed a false wall or something. As always, I'm not going to worry about that just yet. How do I explain exactly? Imagine you're playing Devil May Cry 3 and all of your styles have a meter-like pulse or mana that limits your use of any style actions. Especially Gunslinger and Swordmaster, which give you a lot of new moves. And then the main reason you used styles was to heal yourself, and enemies dealt way more damage to compensate for the fact that you can heal mid-battle with no penalty. Doesn't that just sound like a worse version of Devil May Cry? It definitely sounds that way to me. Okay, that was Fallen Tower. I guess I'll stop at Tower of Battle and see how long it's been, because I forgot to set a... oh yeah, it's right here. Forgot to set a timer, so I don't know how long this video's been. Pardon the black screen. Good enough. I'm still of two minds. Like, I just completed an area and I kind of feel like it's a good stopping point. But I kind of completed 2 areas, actually. But at the same time, it's... I do want to try longer videos and see how that goes. Part of me's wondering if that's why the Chapter 4 Snowgrave video got so many views, because it's long and people like longer videos. I don't know. I shouldn't really care so much. I'll just keep playing what I want to play. That's part of the point of this. Thank you for watching.